A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everyone, welcome back to A+ English. I'm Pat.
And I'm Elsie.
And we're on day 2 of our article, Setting the Mood in Films with Colour, where we're talking about film colour theory. Today's warm-up question is, which movies are famous for their interesting colours? What do those colours say?
So a lot of movies use different interesting colors, like the one I talked about yesterday,
Sure.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
I think there is I'm not sure if it's an opening scene, but there is a small town.
Yeah.
And there are different bright colors in that town.
Okay.
Including the people, the clothes they wear, and all the houses. So when you see the town, you feel delighted.
Okay, what movie is that one?
Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands. Yeah. Okay, I'm thinking of, I think Pleasantville is the name of the movie. And it starts off, the characters are kind of in like a old style black and white TV show.
Yes.
But as they kind of learn more about, one of them learns about the world outside, and then like color starts to appear in the movie. And it's like they've moved from old time black and white into like movie color. But that's also like a story about the changes that people are going through in their lives. So that's quite an interesting movie because it's talking about contrasts between old style black and white and old style values and new style.
Right.
That kind of thing. Let's look at a few more examples today by reading through part 2 of our article.
Setting the mood in films with color. Warm-up question. Which movies are famous for their interesting colors? What do those colors say?
We can look at some famous movies to see how color makes them better. Wes Anderson's films, like The Grand Budapest Hotel, use a palette of bright colors. Pink, sky blue, yellow, and purple show us creative and strange stories. Another great movie, The Matrix, uses green for its computer world. Horror films like The Ring often use a cold, dark blue color to make people nervous. Also, romance movies like Her have warm scenes with dreamy red and pink colors. If you make movies in the future, think about how color can affect them. Adding or taking away colors can give your stories very different feelings.
So as I said, we're now going to talk about film color theory with some famous movie examples. The article starts today by saying, we can look at some famous movies to see how color makes them better.
OK， 那我们首先看到的是 W 疑问词所引导的名词子句哦。我们先进到 Magic Box 听讲师讲解了。
Magic
Box。Hello， 各位大哥哥、大姐姐们，考大家，还记得我是谁吗 ？Do you remember who I am? Do you know what my name is? 没错，对啦，穿着红色斗篷，戴着红色帽帽，还不够明显吗？是的，没错，就是我小红帽，又再次与大家见面咯。你们应该没有那么快就把我忘了吧？哎呦，还好你们都有记得我啦，不然我真的是会很难过呢。好啦，正常来说呢，我是谁这样子的问句，我们会用疑问词加上 be 动词加上主词 Who am I 来呈现，这样子呢就叫做直接问句哦。但各位有发现吗？刚刚我讲的句子比较长一点，前面多加了 Do you remember？ 你记得吗？记得什么呢？Do you remember who I am？ 这时候啊，后半段的疑问句则变成了疑问词加上主词再加上 be 动词，所以啊会变成 who I am 来呈现哦。这样子就叫做间接问句哦。意思啊就是呢，在一个问句呢并入另一个句子中。看另外一个例子好了，我叫什么名字呢？以直接问句来呈现的话，我们会说 What is my name？ 不过记得我这边呢要的是一个间接问句哦，所以不要忘记了主词动词的顺序要给它颠倒一下啦，然后呢并入另一个子句中，因此我们会说 Do you know what my name is？ 那你知道我叫什么名字吗？ OK， 以上呢是疑问句中含有 be 动词的变化。不过啊，除此之外，常见的还有疑问句中含有助动词，像是 do、does、did 的时候，这该怎么办呢？很简单，只要删去助动词，并依照主词的人称啊、单复数、时态变化动词，其余不变就可以了。例如说啊，那天我抵来奶奶家的时候呢，她正在熟睡，她没有发现我。等她醒来的时候，她就问我，When did you arrive？ 你什么时候抵达的啊？各位想想哦，如果她今天是说，告诉我你什么时候抵达的，像这样子的间接问句，我该怎么呈现呢？没错，记得哦。如果有助动词呢，就先把它删去。那时态呢是过去式嘛，所以记得用 arrived。整句呢就会是 Tell me when you arrived。好了，各位大哥哥、大姐姐们，有把这两种间接问句的用法给学起来吗？去奶奶家探访的故事还没有结束，我看时候也不早了，下次再说给你们听吧。
Welcome back. So let's go with our first example. And in fact, this particular director, you could use almost any of his films. He's pretty well known for his use of color. Wes Anderson's films, like The Grand Budapest Hotel, use a palette of bright colors.
A palette of bright colors 代表的是亮色系，所以 palette 这个字，这个名词指的是色系、色调。那这边我们举了一部电影是《欢迎来到布达佩斯大饭店》。好，在这一部电影当中，我们的导演使用的是明亮的色彩。
So a palette could be the thing an artist actually holds in their hand, like, oh, this is just the colors I'm using for this bit of the picture. But it can also mean all the different colors available or the ones you're going to use. A computer, you could have a million colors, but you might go, I'm only going to use this set, and that set is your palette. For example, the artist uses a palette of soft colors to make her art seem like things people see in dreams. So what kind of colors are we likely to see in a Wes Anderson movie? The article says pink, sky blue, yellow, and purple show us creative and strange stories.
所以像粉红色啦、天蓝色、黄色、橘色这一些的，紫色这一些的，会给我们一种 creative 的感觉，但这个是有创意的。
Exactly.
所以在有创意的故事，或是奇怪的故事当中，你会看到这些颜色。
Yeah, when you see these colors, because they're not so common in real life, real life is a little bit more gray or brown or kind of normal and boring. So these bright colors show this is not quite real life. This is something a bit odd and different and creative.
Right.
Here's another sentence for the use creative. The children's book author is very creative and can always come up with interesting new ideas.
那这个句子当中，除了 creative 这个形容词之外，还有一个字也非常重要，就是 strange。什么意思呢？我们来看一下吧。Strange 这个形容词代表奇怪的、奇特的。好，那它可以用来形容人事物都是可以的，像是 a strange person 奇怪的人， a strange situation 奇怪的状况，或者是 a strange sound 奇怪的声音。它是一个非常实用的字。那还有它可以解释为陌生不熟悉的，像是呢我们可以说 She is in a strange country and doesn't know anybody. 她是在一个陌生的国家，不认识任何的人。那你在这个字的字尾加上 r， 那就变成名词 stranger 陌生人了。那单词例句给的是呢 Monica likes that movie, but I think it's strange, so I don't like it. Monica 喜欢那部电影，但我觉得那部电影很奇怪，所以不喜欢。
Or you might say, What's that strange sound? I think I should go and have a look. So that's bright colors and what they can tell us. Let's move on to our second example. The article says, another great movie, The Matrix, uses green for its computer world.
OK, The Matrix， 那就是这个知名的骇客任务这部电影啦。那它是用绿色来搭配电脑的世界。So maybe green can also make people feel like technology?
It could be. It doesn't have to be the same meaning that people always think. Just look, green, this movie is very green. Even the other colors have got almost like green, watery feel to them.
Right.
It's just telling us something about the movie. Okay, here are some more obvious examples. Horror films like The Ring often use a cold, dark blue color to make people nervous.
Horror films 那就是恐怖电影。那我们在前一天也有提到很多不同电影的这个类型，那他们是 movie genres 或者是 film genres.
Right, because you've got horror and then we have others. You've got action
动作
movies,
片
sci-fi
科
movies,
幻片
fantasy
奇
movies,
幻
crime
犯
movies,
罪的
mystery movies,
神秘的电影
comedies.
喜剧
Yeah, westerns with cowboys,
哦，西部片的那一种
musical movies,
音乐剧，好多好多。
kung fu movies,
Yes.
yeah, loads and loads. So
是的。
in horror movies particularly, we want the audience not to feel comfortable. We want them to feel nervous.
OK, nervous 是我们下一个单字，什么意思呢 ？Let's find out. Nervous 这个形容词它代表的是紧张的，所以课文说到像是七夜怪谈这一类的恐怖电影，冷色或是深蓝色，好都可以来让观众觉得紧张。那紧张这个字的用法有什么呢？像是 be nervous about something， 那就是对某事感到紧张。For example, I'm nervous about the test， 代表我对考试感到紧张。那除了有紧张的情绪之外呢，一个人还会有像是害怕的情绪，可以用 afraid 或是 scared 来形容。那担忧的情绪可以用 worried 来形容，那焦虑的会是 anxious， 那如果压力很大，代表 you are stressed out， 这些都可以拿来形容人的情绪。那单字例句给的是呢 Samantha felt nervous on her first day at her new school. Samantha 对于第一天到她的新学校上学感到紧張。
We could also say many people felt nervous when more and more people started getting sick with COVID-19. Okay, so yeah, you've got horror movies with this cold, dark blue. What about other genres, other types of movies? The article says, also, romance movies like Her have warm scenes with dreamy red and pink colors.
OK, 我们这边用 dreamy 来形容 red 这个颜色。那 dreamy 这个形容词什么意思呢 ？Let's take a look.Dreamy 这个形容词呢，你会看到它是由 dream 加上字尾的 y 组成的形容词，那就代表呢很迷人梦幻的。所以我们讲到云端情人这一类浪漫电影，它就会用梦幻的红或是粉红色系。那再来呢 dreamy 还可以形容像是 melody，a dreamy melody 那就是迷人梦幻的曲调， a dreamy life 那就是如梦一般的生活。那单字例句给的是Wow, the ocean looks so dreamy today, just like a scene from a movie. 今天的海看起来好迷人，就像是电影里的场景一样。
Here's another example of that idea. The soft lights and slow music give this restaurant a dreamy feeling. So, those are some different examples of how you can use different colors to make people feel certain things, like nervous or romantic, or you can use the colors to kind of signal this movie is this kind of story. This movie is not quite real, it's a bit strange and odd. And there are lots and lots of other examples as well. So the article moves on and says, if you make movies in the future, think about how color can affect them.
Color 后面接出这个动词 affect， 那代表颜色可以做到什么事情呢？我们先来看一下 affect 这个字的解释。affect 这个动词呢，代表的是影响，那它是一个及物动词，所以你后面呢直接加上受词就可以了。所以我们可以说the weather affects our mood， 代表天气是会影响我们的心情。那有一个字跟 affect 长得很像，也可以解释为影响，这个字是 effect E-F-F-E-C-T 不过它是一个名词哦，要特别小心。那如果我们要说对某事有影响的话，可以用到 have an effect on or upon something. For example, the new policy has a great effect on our plan. 新政策对我们的计划有很大的影响。那单字例句给的是什么呢？ Lisa didn't let her poor exam score affect her. She went straight home to study more. Lisa 没有让她糟糕的考试成绩影响她，她直接回家继续念书。
So we could say, for example, climate change is affecting Taiwan's weather. For example, we're getting fewer typhoons, but also more hot summer days and less rain in spring, because climate change is having, if we use the noun word, an effect.
没错，就是呢，气候变迁影响了我们的状况。OK， 所以课文这边说到，如果你以后呢有机会制作电影的话，可以思考怎么样用颜色来影响它们，也就是影响这些电影。
Exactly. The article says adding or taking away colours can give your stories very different feelings.
Add 是增加，那 take away 刚好相反，就是移除。
Yeah, we could say there are too many chairs in this room. We should take some away.
OK， 那课文这边说到啊，增加或删减颜色都可以让你的故事富有不同的感觉。
Exactly. And this isn't just true for movies. It does work in writing as well. You can have certain colours associated with certain characters, or you could use a colour to signal when, something's about to happen. I read one story where the colour white, if it was talked about a lot, meant that there was going to be someone was going to die.
哦，白色。
So if it was just one mention of white, then you could ignore it. But if several things were kind of white or mentioned soon after each other, it was a clue like somebody's going to die soon. There's a hint here, white is linked to death. Okay, well, that is the end of our article. So let's now go to today's review time activity.
Review time.
So we're going to try to tell one of the movie genres that we saw today, the horror movie. Elsie and I will try to tell the story of a horror movie, but the challenge is we will be using one word at a time.
Only one word.
Just one word at a time. We'll take turns. And we've got to try to use today's word power. Nervous, strange, affect, and
dreamy.
If we can, that might be more difficult for a horror movie.
We'll try.
Okay, let's begin. Okay. One
specific
dreamy
night.
Daniel
And
his
girlfriend
Susan
were
walking
on
the
street.
when
Something
strange
happened.
A
Nervous
man
ran
up
to
them
and
gave
them
a
special
Use an adjective, didn't you? Leave the noun to me. What would he give them in a horror movie? A mirror.
Mirror.
Yes.
镜子.
Yes.
Okay.
Gave them a special mirror.
Then
they
used
it
to
look
at
the
moon.
And
Something
strange
happened
to
them. Or the moon.
The moon, yeah.
Okay. They
It
or it
was
the
moon
what?
breaking
Breaking the mirror
or the moon.
or the moon.
Okay.
This is not a good story.
I think we were starting to go somewhere with the strange
Right.
man, but we sort of lost it there.
Okay.
That
You guys can try.
That can happen when you do one word at a time. We were affected by the strangeness of the story.
严重受彼此干扰.
What kind of colors do you think that story probably had?
Gray, dark, black, of course, and a
Okay.
little bit yellow, like
Little bit
light
yellow for the moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you? What do you think?
I thought they were going to look in the mirror and see their future and it was going to scare them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get that part.
Oh, well, never mind. It's just a bit of fun. Can you guys tell a movie story like that? Don't worry if it breaks down. It's just all about trying to have fun and create a story.
Yep.
Thanks for watching our article today about color theory. We'll talk to you again soon for A+ English. I'm Pat.
I'm Elsie.
We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Setting the mood in films with color. Warm-up question. Which movies are famous for their interesting colors? What do those colors say?
We can look at some famous movies to see how color makes them better. Wes Anderson's films, like The Grand Budapest Hotel, use a palette of bright colors. Pink, sky blue, yellow, and purple show us creative and strange stories. Another great movie, The Matrix, uses green for its computer world. Horror films like The Ring often use a cold, dark blue color to make people nervous. Also, romance movies like Her have warm scenes with dreamy red and pink colors. If you make movies in the future, think about how color can affect them. Adding or taking away colors can give your stories very different feelings.
Word power. Strange. Strange. Monica likes that movie, but I think it's strange, so I don't like it. Monica likes that movie, but I think it's strange, so I don't like it. Nervous. Nervous. Samantha felt nervous on her first day at her new school. Samantha felt nervous on her first day at her new school. Dreamy. Dreamy. Wow, the ocean looks so dreamy today, just like a scene from a movie. Wow, the ocean looks so dreamy today, just like a scene from a movie. Affect. Affect. Lisa didn't let her poor exam score affect her. She went straight home to study more. Lisa didn't let her poor exam score affect her. She went straight home to study more. 认识字汇
Palette. Palette. Creative. Creative.